Shalom, shalom, and good morning, everyone. I want to come in and make this video real quick because I wanted to do it yesterday, in fact, but just didn't get to it. But wanted to bring this out for us a little bit of motivation and encouragement, to keep the Torah, to keep the commands of the Most High Yah and the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach. I'm going to read this morning in Proverbs chapter 3. This is Proverbs chapter 3, and I'm going to begin. My son, do not forget my Torah, and let your heart watch over my commands. See, he's telling you, don't forget the Torah, and let your heart watch over his commands. For length of days and long life and peace they add to you. Let not loving commitment and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart, thus finding favor and good insight in the eyes of Elohim and man. You see, the Torah is Israel's wisdom. They made them wiser than all nations. It was their way of life. It was their instruction, their good counsel, everything that the Most High gave them when He gave them the instructions by the hand of Moshe. He gave it to him for the wisdom to be wiser than everyone. And we're supposed to have them, write them on our, bind them around our neck, write them on our heart. I'm going to continue in verse 4. Thus finding favor and good insight in the eyes of Elohim and man. Trust in Yahweh with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. See, we hear these words. I know I heard them when I was in the apostolic church. But you only get the sound bites. You only hear that. Trust in Yahweh and with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. But you got to start in the verse 1 to understand that, it's all about the instructions. Do not forsake the instructions of the Most High Yah. That's what we are not seeing. We get these little sound bites from churches, get these little 1 or 2 verses, and think that we got script or think that we got the good word. Well, really, you're taking stuff out of context and you ain't getting all the good word, because the good word, in fact, is the instructions of the Most High, because only He is good. Just like Hamashiach has said, He's the only one good. None other is good but Yahweh. Continuing on, and in verse, we're going to read verse 5 over again. Trusting Yahweh with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Know Him in all your paths, in all your ways, and He makes all your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Yahweh and turn away from evil. It is healing to your navel and moistening to your bones. Esteem Yahweh with your goods and with your first fruits of all your increase. Then your storehouses shall be filled with plenty, and your vats overflow with new wine. My son, do not despise the discipline of Yahweh, and do not loathe His reproof. For whom Yahweh loves, He reproves, as a father the son whom He delights in. When you spank your children or you discipline your children, it's like, I heard it. And I even say it now. It's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to punish you. And it grieves me in a way, but the reason I do it is because I love you and I want you to walk in the right paths. That's what I tell my children. And that's what we got to understand that the Most High is doing for us. Continuing on, verse 13. Blessed is the man who has found wisdom and the man who gets understanding, for the gain from it is better than gain from silver, and its increase than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all your delights are not comparable to her. Length of days is in her right hand, riches and esteem in her left hand. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those taking hold of her, and blessed are all who retain her. Yahweh founded the earth by wisdom. He established He establishes the heavens by understanding. By his knowledge the depths were broken up, and clouds dropped down dew. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Watch over sound wisdom and discretion. They have become life to your being and an adorning to your neck. Then you would walk safely in your way, and your foot would not stumble. See, this is all what comes when you keep the commands of the Most High. And when you lie down, you need not be afraid. See, if you got fear and anxiety dealing with things, man, you shouldn't. If you're doing with that, you got to get to the Most High. And, you know, carrying on. And you shall lie down, and your sleep shall be sweet. This reminds me of what my wife told me the other day, because, and this is why, because I thought about it yesterday, and this verse came to my mind, because she was talking about how peaceful I looked when I was asleep, and these are the things that are testimonies and people that witness these things and see these things. Like, why is this for you? Why are you sleeping peacefully? Why does it seem like you have so much peace when everything's at chaos? Because I try to walk in the commands of the Most High. That's the point blank simple answer, is if you walk in the commands of the Most High, these things he will do for you. It's just proof. I'm living proof of this. This is why we're supposed to be living sacrifices. We're supposed to be witnesses to this. Keep going. And then I'll read verse 24 over. When you lie down, you need not be afraid, and you shall lie down, and your sleep shall be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden dread, nor of the ruin of the wrong when it comes. See, we're going to see these things. We see in COVID-19. We see in the protests. We see in the burnings. We see in the coin shortages and all that. We see in these things happen. But we're not supposed to be afraid of these things. Why are we not supposed to be afraid of these things? Verse 26. For Yahuwah is at your side, and he shall guard your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those who deserve it. Do not withhold good from those who deserve it. We got to remember that. And especially with the campers out here, sometimes we get a little, some of the campers and some people are very, aggressive and have some hate towards people, towards Edom and other things. And it's like, you can't, but some of these people you're lashing out at, they ain't done nothing to deserve it. They haven't done nothing to deserve. In the scripture right here, it says, do not withhold good from those who deserve it, when it is in your power of your hand to do so. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come back, and tomorrow I give it, when you have it with you. Do not plan evil against your neighbor, seeing he dwells safely beside you. Don't be doing that. Do not strive with a man without cause. Wait. That's verse 30. Do not strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no evil. Now, we understand as a whole, this country has done evil to us, but not every single individual person. We got to get off this. We have to understand that we are supposed to be light to the world, which means we're supposed to be able to rightly rule and rightly judge every situation. The Most High chose Israel, and, being of the fourth tribe of Judah, if you came from the transatlantic slave trade, your descendants, you come from a chosen people that was supposed to be a light to all the other nations. And with Yahushua Mashiach, he allowed us to get back in covenant with the Most High. So let us take up our position like we were supposed to be, Yashrael and Judah. We were supposed to be priests of the whole of the nations, of the whole world, of all the nations. That's what we were supposed to be. So we need to get back on our job and be priests. Don't strive with man. See, nations, this is the thing. Israel, this is why we got to be a light. Because the nations, we already know there's a conspiracy against us. We know they hate us. But guess what? They aren't just fighting us. They fighting each other too. So what does it look like for us to be fighting ourselves, because I be seeing a lot of animosity being built up lately between supposed Israelites. But then you also want to be going all 100, going full tilt at almost every white person or anyone you see. I mean, come on, that's not doing what we're supposed to do. We acting just like them. When you do things like that, you are acting just like them. We're supposed to be alike. We're supposed to move different from everybody else. Nobody is supposed to move like how Israel was intended to move, because they were the only nation that had the instructions of the Most High. I'm gonna try to hurry up and wrap this up. I gotta get ready to get to work. Do not Verse 31, and do not envy a cruel man, and choose none of his ways. We just talked about it, just said it. The whole nations, all the nations are cruel men. If we think about it, the nations they ain't running off the instructions of the Most High, and they're cruel men. And we're not supposed to choose none of their ways. We're not supposed to want to think like them, act like them, dress like them, be like them, any of that. We're supposed to be who the Most High made us to be. Verse 32, for the perverse one is an abomination to Yahweh, and his secret counsel is with the straight. The curse of Yahweh is on the house of the wrong. So if you living wrong and being wrong, wondering why you got all this craziness going on in your life, all the drama going on in your life. Verse 33, the curse of Yahweh is on the house of the wrong. So we got to get right. But he blesses the home of the righteous. He certainly scoffs at the scoffers, but gives favor to the humble. The wise do inherit esteem, but fools are bearing away shame. Let us not be fools. Let us be wise. Let us look at this beautiful day. I'm going to I don't know if any of y'all can really see it, but I'm going to come do this to these boys real quick. Bam. It's a beautiful day that Yahweh has made, and we shall rejoice in it. So let us rejoice in it. And I'm going to chime out for now. Shalom.